Hi, today I have the great pleasure of sharing the results of the tests we did with Oticon Own and MoreSound Optimizer and two top competitors. Because lives are dynamic, this provides a challenge in developing a hearing aid that can adequately handle feedback. MoreSound Optimizer is designed for the dynamics of life. MoreSound Optimizer breaks the feedback loop by detecting and preventing feedback proactively before it occurs. This ensures that meaningful sounds are protected even in challenging listening situations, ensuring an easier listening experience for the user. Now that this feature is added to the Oticon Own, we wanted to test its performance in a particularly challenging situation and compare that to two competitors. In this test, we made a comparison between Oticon Own and two other manufacturers, Competitor 1 and Competitor 2. All hearing aids were matched on style, being IRCs, closed acoustics, and similar fitting level. To reach a gain match starting point, we used the AudioScan VeriFit 2 test box. The hearing aids were matched to DSL targets for a modified standard audiogram S3, which is a steeply sloping hearing loss. The hearing aids were fit to this challenging moderate to severe hearing loss, which is still within the range of the fitting level of all the hearing aids. As the baseline for gain matching, we matched Oticon Own to the gain targets in the frequency range from 1 to 8 kHz by ±2 dB in the test box. With the gain match custom hearing aids, we tested the performance by measuring real ear aided response using the International Speech Test Signal, ISTS, on the head mannequin CARL, which stands for Clinical Assistant for Research and Learning. We had two conditions. The first condition is the unprovoked condition. The baseline is performed as a standard real ear aided response measurement, and the second condition, the provoked condition, included dynamically challenging the hearing aid with a hand held to the ear. The use of real ear aided response tells us how the response fluctuates across frequencies in the provoked condition compared to the unprovoked condition. Additionally, having more fluctuations in the response can indicate added feedback to the signal. Now, this was the case for the two competitor hearing aids which had audible feedback problems. We confirmed this for both competitors by testing in which frequency regions feedback occurs. This was done with a sound recording of the feedback produced while placing a hand at the ear. This graph shows the results of the measurements as an illustrative example of the behavior of the hearing aids in this challenging situation. For competitor 2, this occurs around 2.5 kHz, and for competitor 1, audible feedback occurs at multiple frequencies and especially around 1.5 and 2.5 kHz. In contrast, Oticon Own did not have audible feedback, meaning that this is a clinically robust solution in this dynamically challenging situations. To supplement these results, we wanted to have 20 test participants test the annoyance of the sounds that the hearing aid produce when they cup the hearing aid in their hands. After provoking each hearing aid, they were asked to rate the annoyance of the whistling or disturbing sound on a scale. The second task was to rank them or order them in terms of their annoyance from least annoying to most annoying. So for the results, we found that Oticon Own is rated better on the scale compared to competitors, and competitor 1 and 2 rated more similar, with 2 rated slightly worse but not significantly different. For the ranking, we had all 20 participants, that is 100% ranking Oticon Own as having the best performance. To summarize, we compared Oticon Own to two other competitor hearing aids to show the incredible capability of MoreSound Optimizer in Oticon Own. We pushed them to the edge by fitting them to a challenging hearing loss and placing a hand to the ear to simulate a dynamic situation. The investigation showed that the output of the two competitors was polluted by audible feedback when dynamically challenged, and that Oticon Own is clinically robust and continues to give access to meaningful sounds even when pushed to the limit. Furthermore, we had test participants rate and rank feedback annoyance, where Oticon Own continues to outperform competitors. Read more about these studies and the other evidence behind Oticon Own in the white paper.